Hi, Miss Kiana. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
In the chat, I said you had that wealthy black woman accent. It's like I'm just gonna let her talk and just wash the poverty away from me because her voice was like amazing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. How are you doing today?
So my question to you guys was, you just talking about forbearance, and when they mentioned that in the chat, I was thinking about like how we have the student loan issue coming up. So if you take that into account, right, how do you think that will affect the market as far as the people that were able to not pay student loans, right? They got that break. They also weren't able to pay their mortgages. I think at some point that's got to come to a head. So for me, not being a homeowner right now, I keep hearing 2023. So I'm like, all right, so I should just keep stacking my money, keep buying my stocks until 2023, and then have that lump sum ready to jump into the market. Is that a good strategy?
It's the finesse for me. I'm gonna let MG take that one, but one thing about student loans is they keep changing these laws and how they want to count these student loans against you when it comes time for home ownership. And I can see them making another change because of the amount of people with forbearance to still open the doors to home ownership. But I'm gonna let MG take that one.
Yeah, I think student loans are interesting topic.
Yes.
It's definitely hindering a lot of people from qualifying, especially if you're trying to go FHA and you're in deferment. But there are options, man. You can go conventional. People think, FHA is the only way to go when you have student loans, and it's not the case. Just go conventional. And if you're in an income-based repayment plan, and if that documentation states that your payment is $1, the bank will use that as your payment for a conventional mortgage. So student loans don't hurt nobody, only if you're trying to go FHA. Now, I do believe the government at some point will be forced to do some sort of forgiveness, because what I personally think is going to happen, people just going to say, F these student loans, we ain't paying them. We don't care what you say. And they're going to have to come out with some sort of forgiveness, some cancellations, something, because the student loan market is probably going to be the next thing to crash. I think student loans are on the clock. Sally Mae, you on the clock, baby.
Like, it will be the greatest crash in the history if they let it happen.
On the clock,
Navient too. Let's not forget Navient.
Navient's on the clock. The federal student loans, they pushed it back to September. So I actually have student loans, and so they obviously in forbearance to the end of September. So I'm just waiting myself. Like, obviously, no interest is a great incentive if you decide to pay it. But like they said, what the administration said, there's going to be some forgiveness, whether it's 10,000 or up to 50,000. I'm waiting to see.
And also, it's one of these things that all investments work the same way, where they all come down. They all come down. But the problem with trying to time the market, whether it's the stock market or real estate, is that you could be waiting for a long time. So like when I came into the business of a financial advisor in 2007, I came in during the recession. And at least in New York, that's the last time real estate prices was really dropped drastically. So they will drop again. But let's say you were waiting for a drop after 2007.
Oh, baby.
You would have been waiting 14 years to buy real estate in New York, because it hasn't really had a significant, we've had drops, but not a significant drop like it was back then. So yeah, it might come next year, or it might come in 5 years. So you might wait 20 years for that to happen. Same thing with the stock market. Like, if 2007 was a perfect opportunity to buy stock, and then last year was another perfect opportunity. But in between that, the stock market went up. We have pullbacks here and there, but we didn't have a major crash. We didn't have a bear market from 2017 to 2020. That's 13 years. So if you were waiting for a bear market to invest money in the stock market, you would have been on the sideline for 13 years. So I say that to say, yeah, nobody wants to buy at a high, but sometimes in life, you just have to realize that depending on what your goals are and what you're looking to do, you could be potentially waiting for the perfect time, and the perfect time's not coming anytime soon.
Oh, that's so true. The cost of waiting is going to get really expensive for a lot of you all. I really think so. I think the cost of waiting is going to get so expensive, because when you look at the timeline of what the corrections and the predictions of the market are going to come, I mean, I'm not sure about you all, but sometimes it's not that deep. Sometimes it's not about, I think we all get caught up in, I want to be an investor. Sometimes it's just buying that first house, living in that first house, bettering your situation, bettering your financial situation, and then a couple of years from there, being able to turn that first home into a rental property and pull the equity out and buy something else. It doesn't have to be that complicated. You know, I have clients that do this every single day. All they did was just buy their first house. Now today they got $100,000 plus equity. They're pulling that out, and now they're able to invest because they're more educated. They've changed their financial circumstances, and they're in a different space. So sometimes it's just buy the first house and not think that you're waiting for something detrimental to happen. Because when the market did crash in 07, 08, let's also keep in mind what also crashed: jobs.
Absolutely.
Jobs went away as well. So you guys are waiting for the market to crash, for the real estate market to crash. And at that same time, your job could be in jeopardy simply because you're waiting for something like that to happen.
And you won't be able to get financing.
Nope.
100%. And I 1000% agree with everything Kiana just said. But I don't think you guys really understand what you're asking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to see a market crash. You don't want 08, 09, 2010 to come back around. Trust me, I was in this full time. You don't want that. People, real people, like, yo, we're humans. First things first. And when people lose their house, this is a family that lost their house. So you gotta really be mindful of what you guys are praying for. You know what I'm saying? Like, real people got hurt. And we gotta stop being savages at the same time. Yes, there will be opportunities. Yes, we want to pounce on those opportunities, but really think what you're asking for, man. You're asking for people to families, not people, families.
You're asking for families to be put out.
Yes.
Spousal abuse goes up.
Yes.
Domestic violence goes up like crazy. Suicide rates go up. Murders go up. Like, I know you guys are looking at it from the lens of a good deal, but there's a lot of blood on your hands when these crashes happen as well. It's not fun. No. It's not fun. So please be and last year, like, if you were scared to buy stocks last year in March and April, you for damn sure won't be ready to buy a house in a crash. Unless you're bringing all cash to the table.
Yeah.
Then they're not going to clear those deals.
I agree.
Yeah, that was a terrible time. You know,
lending guidelines were crazy.
I went to Atlanta by myself in 06. No family, no friends, nothing. 07, I got my real estate license. 08, 09, I was like, oh my God, it was tough.
And gas was high as hell.
Gas was high.
I was on 400, like, dear baby Jesus of Nazareth.
Wow, shit. Atlanta gas right now looking like 09. Like, that joint was damn near $5 to fill up.
I'm scared to leave the house.
The gas prices.
Carrie Ann, we thank you for your question. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie Ann.
Thank you. Thank you, Carrie Ann.
That is a fact.
Let's see.
Carrie Ann asks some great questions every time.
To have money on the side if you can, if you're fortunate enough. Shout out to Rose. That's something that he spoke about. That's something that we always say as far as, you know, opportunity. When opportunity presents itself, you have to be prepared. And you have to be prepared with knowledge, but let's be honest, you also have to be prepared with capital. And then you have to be prepared with credit also. Shout out to them 500. And there's different other ways of how you can be prepared, whether you take equity out of your home, things of that nature. But when the opportunity comes, because you never really know. Like, we could have never predicted that Corona was going to happen. We could have never predicted that. It's like a lot of things that happen in life sometimes that you don't know. But the victor is the one that's prepared. Because sometimes in life, you never know. It's the same thing with content. I told Wall Street Trapper after he did his episode, I said, you got a fire, but now you got to throw gasoline on it. And then
we told me the same thing.
Yep, that's a fact. And then when the pandemic hit, I told Ian, I told Trap, I told everybody that would listen, I said, you got to double down on content. And that's why we started Market Mondays. We didn't know Market Mondays was going to become the #1 stock show in the world, but
no, I didn't know that.
We prepared ourselves by actually doubling down on content and putting it out. Who knew it was going to blow like that? But if we wasn't prepared, if we didn't have the infrastructure in place, then we would have missed an opportunity.
That's a big fact. When opportunity means preparation, man. It's a fact.
You got to be prepared years before too. Like, I know some of you guys want to buy stuff in a crash. Start doing your research now for 23. And it may not happen in 23 because the Fed may continue to print money. And with the student loan thing, that's the scariest one of all because it's going to cause $100 trillion in damages.
Yeah.
My graduates from my school being Forbes, bag drop.
Bag drop.
A mic drop, bag drop.
Bag drop.